Come back to me.
Just seems to be getting better and better and better from those guys, which is really impressive. And yeah, the Fino actually, like, I feel like we're always preaching about, Italian varietals suiting, the drier, warmer climates here in Australia. But I think it's been a while since I've really reached to the to use these Fiano. Like, I've been really enjoying that Chalmers Vermentino that we did on one of the earlier ones. And you might need to chuck it on charge though. It's all over the place.
Yeah, this is madness.
But yeah, like I'm just like, yeah, the Fiano, the Nero d'Avola has been excellent. The Sangiovese. Are we down again?
No, this is going to be, because every time we drop out, it stops the Facebook and YouTube videos and then starts another one. There's going to be like 20 versions of this.
That's all right. Look, Denver and Loyal here
Denver
as
the
well.
boys.
The party continues.
As we said about half an hour ago, which feels like a lifetime ago, Norland whiskey glasses suck. Buy Denver and Liley ones instead.
Yep.
Did I just say that out loud? I don't know if I did. I might have said that out loud.
I mean, you said it out loud about 20 minutes ago as well. So, yeah. For a bottle of the Cheerios 2019.
I already did, and it's gone.
Gerald Garcia, Oak Barrel, 10 p.m. To be Lennon, 1980 to 200.
What?
Oh,
1980s?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we're both millennials.
So I'm not a millennial, but I just think like one. Well, I am.
No, you
so
are, but you
I'm
think
not
like you're. You
I'm
think
not
like a
boomer, but I pretend I am. What about Glencairn? The classic.
Great,
The
yeah.
classic. There is a reason why every whiskey fair we use Glencairn glasses.
Yeah.
It's not because of access or anything like that. It's because they are the best. But also, like, actually really interesting, if we go down this glassware route, there's a glass that I don't mind. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on Facebook. The Cradle Mountain glass, which is sort of like, it works sometimes and it doesn't, but they sponsored the Tasmanian Whiskey Week tasting about 2 or 3 years ago when I was down there. And it works when you've got a nice big glass. But when you're getting like 5 ml pours, as you should do at a tasting, a multi-tasting event, you've got to like do the whole
Yeah.
to get it up across the bulb. So it wasn't the best recommendation for their glassware, I don't think, or the best experience with that. But also, what is one
Glencairn.
Glencairn. Ian, I'm Australian. It's Glencairn.
There's a Scottish twang to it though.
Toyota Corolla, Glencairn. Yeah.
Glencairn.
Yeah, Glencairn. No, I'm never going to pronounce it right.
We're live on Facebook as well. Sick.
But I feel like I'm going rapid speed on Facebook to try and catch up with everything that's going on.
No, you're right.
One thing that the Denver and Liley glass doesn't do, that it probably will never do, that the Glencairn glass does. Yeah. Which was unbelievably a lot of fun at last year's Whiskey Fair. Is the cradle almost. The lanyard that goes around your neck. That Glencairn. What did I say? I don't even remember what I said the first time, but apparently it was wrong. That's all right. Hey, we're working.
Oh, yes.
We're working on Facebook. And Big Bad Bustling Bazza, who we haven't seen for a little while. I hope you're doing well, mate.
I've been following your wine journeys on Instagram there, though, and drinking some excellent top-class booze on there.
No, I don't want to dedicate an entire video to glassware, Carino Liotta, because Matt Bailey at the Society did that. And imagine tuning into a whiskey chat and somebody that talks about glassware for an hour and a half.
We just got him off pens. Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, the Traveller. And Denver, when you can sell me Travellers, like 500 Travellers for less than $100 a pop, we can do that. No, I loved the lanyards this year. I thought they were awesome.
Lanyards were good, yeah.
Yeah. We saw people at Wine Fair, Illuminate, the Champagne Fair, wearing the Whiskey Fair lanyards to Illuminate, bringing them along, which I thought was excellent.
Such a good idea though, because that's the thing. Not even, it doesn't have to be whiskey related, but every, event you go to, you get given a brochure, you get given a pen, you get given a glass, you might get given, like, your bag or
How
something.
many hands do you think I have, mate?
And then it's like, you kind of need to, like, and then, like, like, people like me like to take notes on things at some point. It's becoming less and less common the sort of busier these events get, where you kind of are reaching over someone to get a pour. And I don't know if that's a topic worth talking about in terms of how, see, every ticket that's sold is money in the bank, but at what point is too much?
Yeah.
In terms of how people like to come and chat to distillers and that sort of thing.
And I think as well it's a very good comment, and it's something we're going to talk about later. And yes, I'm glad that Whiskeyography, you can take that Denver Lilly question about pens away from me. But we like Whiskey Fair in 2020 is up in the air. Whiskey Fair will be marked in some way, shape or form. What that is, we don't know yet. But I think there's an opportunity at some point to actually have that conversation and drill right down into, this is how we did whiskey fairs for the past 10 years at the Oak Barrel, what people around the world have been doing for the past 20, 25 years. What are we going to do moving forward? Like, what are the key, let's drill down, distill down, the key aspects of what is the best parts of a whiskey fair. How can we recreate that in another way?
Yeah.
I know the whiskey show's coming out. They're going to do a virtual tasting, a virtual fair. I don't think so. It's not my business. I don't know exactly how Dave Legoff's going to do that, but I'm sure he's going to do it very, very well. The Sydney, well, I assume it's going to be like the whiskey show around the country is going to take a different form a little bit. So, I reach out to Dave and see exactly how that's going to work out. I know he's going to put ticket details up soon for that. But I think it's a really interesting concept of now, if Whiskey Fair was due to happen tomorrow, it obviously is not going to happen. What is the best bit about Whiskey Fair? Is it the bit about talking to you as a punter? Is Wine Fair the best bit about being the winemaker or the grower? Is about being in a room where people are just excited about this? What are the key aspects of this, and how do we distill that down into something we can create and in a virtual world, but then also come back in 2021 and go, actually, we didn't realise it, but there was a bit of flab on this event that we can get rid of. So I think there's a bit of an opportunity there as well to really tighten up everything and give people who come to these events, and it's $100. It's a lot of money. You can buy a bottle of whiskey for that, and we're going to charge that for, as a ticket price.
Yeah. So you want to drink a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to charge people. How can we drill down on that a little bit better? So I think there's real opportunities in that to talk about it. And same with Wine Fair.
Yeah, I think that's it. And I think the biggest thing for me after these events, and they're always very big weeks and always very big weekends and that kind of thing for staff and punters alike. But there always comes that time, whether it be late Sunday afternoon, or if you're still drinking the hangover away, it's usually about Monday lunchtime, and you just go, yeah, we probably won't have those people in that room again for another 12 months. I think it's that kind of bringing it all together sort of thing. You're bringing people from all across Australia all together, and it's 3 hours that goes like that.
Yeah.
It goes so quickly, and people kind of say hey and g'day and all the rest of it, and it could be the best of friends but don't really have the time to do it all. And there might be some beautiful, beautiful moments in between where people catch up and they have a beer or they have a drink or they have a sausage roll or whatever it is, and then it's another 12 months till that happens again.
Yeah.
It's just trying to recreate moments like that is obviously impossible in certain conditions, but you can kind of almost recreate it with certain avenues.
It's interesting, because we have all this data. We've a lot of companies run all these events, and then all of a sudden the slate's been wiped clean. And there's a comment here from a wee Goldie, which actually someone I've been thinking about for a couple of years, and had a lot of conversation with people about. Maybe the whole whiskey event stuff needs to be completely reinvented. And personally, I agree. There are so many great whiskey events that are run in this country, and full disclosure, back in the day we would run, back in the day. 6 weeks ago, we would run 2 or 3 whiskey events, tastings here. each week. Then we would run obviously the big whiskey fair at the end of August. My perception is that a lot of whiskey events and a lot of like the whiskey infrastructure around tastings and stuff is run by people who love whiskey, not necessarily people who are experts in events. I was very lucky in my first, couple of years when Whiskey Fair was handed to me. I had been in the music industry. Some of my best mates have run some of the biggest music festivals. They know what people want and how to do this and all that sort of thing. So I've been thinking the last couple of years of like, what are we missing? Like, what ruts are we in as an industry that we could be getting better? Now, Whiskey Fair has a limit because we ask for small producers, particularly Australian and importers, who like small single cask releases. So you don't let so many people in, which means you can only sell so many tickets, which means your ability to spend money on experience is at a cap. But I 100% agree. There are so many great whiskey events out there in Australia and so many great people running them. I think personally as an industry we need to let some external knowledge in, and this is a really good time to do it, to let some external event manager industry and expertise in to say, hold on, we can do this, and what if you did this? And one of my greatest, it was about a year ago actually, and I was talking to someone who I'm not going to name in the whiskey industry, and I sort of said, but like we could be doing this so different, like there's so much more we could offer a consumer. And this person said, what can we do? Then we already do. We got tables, we sell tickets, and they go around and drink whiskey. And I was like, this is not, by the way, this is not someone who runs any events. This was an exhibitor who was paying to be part of a lot of these events around the country. And they said, well, I don't know what else we can offer. They rock up, they sell tickets, we pour whiskey, we try and sell booze. And I was like, well, that's a complete misunderstanding of the potential of what these events can be. You look at a music festival, you look at an arts festival, you look at a noodle festival,
Noodle market,
noodle markets in just behind us. It's so much more that these events could be, and I think we should be doing that. And this is a really good opportunity to take a step back and go, okay, all our phones are about to die, but that's all right. To step back and go, yes, we can do this. So, sorry,
yeah.
I'm high horse. I'm jumping off.
No,
now.
I think and like to take it like to put in a really interesting point and maybe not badmouth the Oak Barrel's preparation services due to the fact that I was probably I was the reason for it, but he's gone in.
Yeah, we're
but,
going to get into real